How do you build a brand that everyone wants? How do you build a brand that every single time you launch a product, it's either talked about, sells out, has great reviews, and overall it gives you the momentum to keep pushing your brand forward? You need the right roadmap. You need the right tools in your arsenal, and that's exactly what I'm going to be giving you in today's episode. Number one is you essentially need to create product that has some sort of limited availability or some sort of scarcity associated with it. Usually these are going to be limited edition drops. As a brand, you may want to use limited drops maybe once every 6 months or once every single quarter. What you want to do is strategically sprinkle in 3 or 4 pieces that are either a collaboration with an influencer that you use to bring in and to get attention to your brand. I always use the example of the Audi R8 all those years ago that was brought in as a sort of halo car to give Audi the reputation that it needed to set itself as a true player in the sports car and the high performance car space. This, of course, wasn't a limited edition drop, but what it was at the time was a way to get people talking. Use your limited edition drops to your advantage. Use them to create products that are unique, that really emphasize and showcase what is truly unique and a strong selling point about your brand. Number 2, as a startup sportswear brand, you need to manufacture your products with high quality materials, and you need to invest into your research and development of those materials. Any brand that believes that it can stand out in a saturated market with subpar products and putting out the same sort of concept, the same sort of makeup as brands XYZ and expects to stand out, expects to be coveted, expects to be in demand, is a brand that does not understand the way that the world works and how the market works. As a brand that wants to offer a premium product with premium pricing, you need to invest into high quality materials that are functional, that are luxurious. You need to take a moment to also communicate to customers, to educate them about what makes your brand and your product so high quality. Number 3 is invest in unique design and innovate. When you create a product, ask yourself, how can I make this better? How can I add value to my customer's life? How can I make it so that this product will be an invaluable part of how my customer interacts in their day to day? If you design a legging, think about how it's going to be worn, where it's going to be worn. All of these scenarios give you unique opportunities to design a legging and a product that actually performs, that actually adds value. A great example of this is Lululemon. If you look at Lululemon's website, they have a section on every single product page that says why we made this, and they show you the different design details, the features, the pockets, all of the different ways that you can adjust the product, that you can interact with the product, that you can use the product. Even in their marketing, they show you users, people like me or you, and how they use your products and their products in day-to-day situations. They allow you to contextualize yourself in the shoes of the person that's advertising the product and how it's being used. This is essential because if you do not create a product that has unique design, that has functional design, that has practical design, value-added design, then customers are going to ask themselves, why should I purchase your brand over someone else's? Why should I go for you versus XYZ? Then it becomes a price war. It becomes just a matter of who has the cheaper product that I can purchase. Number 4 is provide your customers with a personalized experience. Whether this is going to be a personalized styling session for customers where you recommend specific products that cater to them, cater to their needs, or maybe you provide them with customized fittings for their products. Another thing is when brands actually personalize their customer experience specifically to you. Maybe you have an account manager. Maybe you have a personal shopper, someone who is assigned by the brand specifically to you to help cater to your needs. This is a great example of personalizing the experience specifically to the customer so that they feel more valued. They feel that they're not just another number. They feel that they have a part in the brand that you're building. Number 5 is always take advantage of what and how brand storytelling can work in your favor. People seldom buy on logic. Most people buy on emotions. Think about the last time that you purchased something that you like. Sure, you might have asked yourself, I need this and this product provides XYZ, so I will buy this product. Versus maybe that product led with a specific problem. Maybe it said, hey, do you suffer from this? So then this is why we created this. The same is true with brand storytelling. When you tell a story, when you set the stage, when you make people understand why things are the way they are and what history, what context has actually led up to the actions and the brand that you see today, this is where you capture people's heart. I look back and I think back to the early days of Alphalete, created by Christian Guzman, and someone who would share his entire life on YouTube every single day. He would create vlogs, he would collaborate with other big influencers in the space, and then when he launched his brand, he carried on that storytelling aspect through the athletes, through the building of his first gym, his second gym, his new Alphaland gym. Every single journey and big milestone that he went through, he would take us through. It gets people to see things from a different perspective. It gets them to think of products in a much more holistic way rather than this this product costs this and this is what I'm willing to pay. No, now it's about what does this product represent and how can I be a part of what I want to feel that I'm being represented by. Number 6, if you want your product to be coveted, if you want your product to be wanted, connect with the right types of influencers. Think about every single influencer as a persona that has been built up prior to your engagement with them. They've spent maybe 2 years, 5 years, 10 years building up their personal brand. And you as a brand are able to connect with that influencer to leverage their audience, leverage the goodwill that they built with their audience. You as a brand now in this day and age need to be smart with how you connect with influencers. This is an oversaturated space like anything, but it's still a great way and a great opportunity. Select the right influencer and then create a campaign that resonates with their audience and doesn't just feel like a cheap sales tactic. And by doing this, you're able to leverage and capitalize on the influencer and the audience that they built, but also make it contextual and tangible for your specific brand. So it doesn't feel like you're shoehorning in your product into their specific brand and their image. Number 7 is exclusive loyalty cards or membership programs. Great example of this is Melon, and Melon, the headwear company, does this like no other. They offer you a specific amount of points every single time you purchase from them, that you collect these points and then you can redeem these points. You can get discounts, you can actually get complete new products, and every time you refer a new customer to them, you get additional points. This is great because it does two things. Number 1, it allows them not to have to discount their products. Whereas many companies would have to discount their products and provide a blanket 10% off, 50% off, 20% off. With Melon, they encourage you and they give you the ability to feel that you're actually giving value for your loyalty. You're getting points back. These are all great ways of making customers feel that they are part of something bigger than themselves and also they are being valued as a customer. Number 8, do not launch without a premium packaging and an unboxing experience. I always say this to my customers. When you purchase a product from any given brand, if the first thing that you receive is a tattered package, is an unmarked box, even if that product is a phenomenal product, it's the highest quality product, first impressions matter, especially when it comes to consumer products. You need to package your products in such a way that it sets the right tone. It gets people in the right mindset to experience your brand. So the way that your products are presented says a lot about the overall experience. Last but not least is control the supply of your product. Be limited in how and where you make your product available. If I look at brands like Gymshark, like Alphalete, like ASRV, these have become multi-million dollar brands. They choose to limit where they make their brand available in order to maintain a sense of exclusivity, to control the overall consumer experience. Not only are you able to control the consumer experience, but you're also able to enhance your overall profitability, which means you have more money to reinvest into creating a phenomenal customer experience. Guys, if you enjoyed this episode, that's been my key tips on how to create a brand that every single person wants. I guarantee you any one of these tips and tricks could take you a long way. Let me know if you agree or if you actually disagree with any of the tips I mentioned below. If you're struggling to get your brand up and running, to scale it to the next level, you want my personal expertise on how you can actually make your products more in demand, your brand more alluring, more exclusive, you can check the link in the description. I offer one-on-one consultation calls every single week and slots are limited. So if you are interested, check the link below and we can definitely get in touch. Guys, from the very bottom of my heart, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Fit Design TV. Until next week's episode, stay awesome.